Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just got the brand new Bonafide PWR129 and I got the Newport NK180 motor set up on it, and we're going to take this out for a spin. Right now I have the motor pinned in the straight position, so I'm going to test out the maneuverability using only the Bonafide rudder system, just how you'd get it stock. I just, for the test, ran my cable straight on through. I'm not worrying about this being an install because I'm going to change it out again anyways. And we got the ZPRO 24 50 amp hour battery up front. No added extra weight besides the couple cameras I have, paddle. And we just want to go out and test it and see if you're to buy one of these and put a motor on it, if the rudder can handle everything and what performance you can expect out of it. So let's get on the water and check it out. Alrighty folks, we're here in the middle of Lake Bastrop. So let's see what this boat can do. Stock with just the motor. We pinned it in a straight position like I mentioned earlier, and we're relying strictly on the integrated rudder system on the PWR to do all my steering. So let's give it a go. We're moving along really nicely. We have a light wind today, about 7 miles an hour. Let's pull out the GPS and we'll check the speed. So we're doing 4.8 miles an hour. That's pretty darn good for a platform like this. So this NK180 is doing a fantastic job. Yep, 4.7, 4.8 miles an hour, very good. So this is what motors do here on open water, and while you're gonna be doing lakes and coasts, it's really, really nice to get your motor. You can just cruise 2 or 3 miles the other side and do whatever you want. So let's start testing out the rudder system. That's pretty smooth. So you push on one side and the other foot comes back, and that's how the rudder system works. So in a big body of water like this, it's going to work well. What I don't know though is when we're on 20% throttle, if the rudder will be able to turn us tight enough when you get in some of these coves. So I'll go find a cove here in a little while and we'll go see if it can do that or not. When you tie directly to your motor and you're able to rotate that motor head, that's what gives you those tight turning radiuses. So let's just do a full throttle turn. So yeah, you will kill quite a bit of your speed in the turn because the motor is going straight position. So it's a lot slower turn. Now let's straighten it out. All right, there's a cove over here. I'm gonna head to this cove and then I'll meet you guys over there, and then we'll do some low throttle and see the turning and how it can perform if you want to use that as a trolling aspect. So I'll catch you guys over there. Okay, we're back in this cove area. So now we want to see if you're coming in here, and this is about 40 feet wide. If you're hitting the banks here and you want to make a circle and peel out, can the motor pin straight with the rudder only as your turning mechanism make the corner? I could make this all day if I tied directly to my motor and that pivoted in turn, because I would turn my rear end like that, it would turn on a dime. I'm not anticipating this to make a tight corner, but let's give it a shot. Got my paddle ready in case I can't make the corner. About 20% throttle. If you're gonna go really slow, it's gonna be hard to make the turn, so let's give it some more speed and see if we can whip it around. Nope, not quite. But if you have your paddle, just whip that out when you're in these really tight areas, and you're fine. So it's all about how you want to rig it up. Do you just want to plug and play it on the open water? It's going to be absolutely fantastic to just use the rudder system for the open water to get you point A to point B. When you get in these tight areas, use your motor. And then when you need to turn around, use your paddle. It's not a problem for me, but if you want everything to be hands-free all the time, you're definitely going to want to run new lines to your motor and use your motor as the steering mechanism. That way when you want to turn, it displaces water here and just turns your rear end around, and you'd make this in half the space. So there you go, folks. Hope that gives you some insight. If you just want to plug and play a motor onto the PWR, specifically the NK180, what you can expect for performance. Overall, in the open water, it's fantastic. You know, 4 or 5, 4.8 miles an hour. That's incredible on this platform. Stable as a rock. Can't ask for much more. If you want completely hands-free, like I mentioned earlier, definitely rig up new lines to your motor and use that to do the turning. Don't use the rudder system. But if you're just going to use a lot of open water, the rudder system will do perfect for what you want to do, and it's a complete plug and play system. So hope that gives you some insight into the PWR129 if you're going to rig up a motor and how you want to do it and what you can expect via the rudder system, or if you want to run new lines and do your own system directly onto your motor for direct steering that way. Y'all take care. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Y'all have a good one.